I'm Marlene. I make videos about hip travels and photography. And today we're gonna review the Fuji XC 50 to 230 millimeters. That was a mouthful. More in a street photography context. I went around London and Georgia and Greece and used this lens for my street photography. So I want to showcase it here. What's that? Photo. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, this is a great picture. This is the best picture I've taken in a long time. Guys, look at this. Oh, wow. What a guy. What a guy. Like, love this kind of moments. Yes, very nice travel. I do travel portraits, by the way. If you're traveling somewhere and want a portrait taken of you, contact me. But that was one of those moments as a photographer that thrills you. I do like taking the hard candid portrait thing, but when they let you do it like this, and the guy, everything he was wearing was just, oh, yes, yes, love it. Georgia was especially interesting because I got there and I wasn't sure if you can take street photography, like especially photography of people. So that was the best lens for that. I don't have it on me. The lens is actually the one that is filming me at the moment. And so you can also see how he's filming. And yeah, so that was perfect for like new territory. But also remember that street photography is also about shooting things, shooting the mundane, the daily life, food, or anything that you see that that can tell the story about a place. So it's not always about photographing people. So the next things I want to talk about is what are the pros and cons of this lens. So let's start with the pros. The lens is compact and lightweight. I think it weighs about 375 grams. So it's really good for traveling, hiking, because there's many landscape photographers that like to use this kind of focal length. The second pro is a big range in the focal range, like 50 to 230, and this is in APS-C mode. So if you convert it to full frame, you multiply by 1.5. So there you have about 75 to 400, if I'm not right. But once you get to the 230, like the image quality is not great. Stay in the middle range. I think the best part of it was 70 to 200. These are like the sharpest picture that you can get with this lens. If you go to both extreme now, I think you're gonna be disappointed. The lens is image stabilization. Like, well, here I don't need it because I'm on a tripod, but if you want to film some clip, that could become in handy. Also on top, I'm also using a I'm also using a XT4, so, and I turn IBIS on, so sometimes I get some shot as well, like you can see here in the video. The lens is very affordable. I managed to get it for a little less than $200, 200 pounds, no, 180 pounds, or something like that. So that doesn't break the bank, because usually this kind of lens, if you get the official, like more rugged and metal Fuji 70 to 300, that'll run you around 400 pounds, something like that. So that's a good thanks for your bucks. And the other one is quite heavy. So now let's go for the cons, of course, because nobody is perfect and nothing is perfect. It's not a lens to shoot portrait with. Although I did shoot some portrait with the lens, but I was outside or I was in a controlled environment with the good lighting and a flash and everything. Then you can do it if you are professional enough. But I guess here most people are beginners that are looking at these videos, so I wouldn't advise it for portrait. But if you have the right equipment, the flash, or if you're outside, perfect for portrait, because you are f4.5, you want a bit of details in the face, but you're not gonna get that much of a bokeh. This is as much bokeh as you can get from the lens. So up to you. It's all about artistic choices. But I managed to shoot some headshot with it, but because headshot doesn't need bokeh, it's just professional headshot, so that was enough for that. But for creative portrait, that's not the lens for you. Nighttime photography, that's not the lens. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my camera or something. I know that in the XT4 there's like 2 base ISO, but I know how to use them for videos, but for photo, every time I do night, I go above, by the minute I go above 1600 in the ISO, my picture is really grainy. So I would appreciate if you can put in the comment what I can do to have like a clean image. So I'm really struggling with my XT4 camera. So please help me on that. And the other con is that the lens is made of plastic, which makes it feel and look cheap, and some people don't like it, especially in the Fuji gang. We have so much beautiful lenses, so many beautiful lenses, that it's a bit unusual to not have such a lens. And we also don't have the aperture ring on the lens, which is really loved by Fuji user. The other thing I don't like about this lens is not weather sealed. And I live in London. I like it rains sometimes. Not as much as you think it does. Amsterdam rains more. Yeah, if you live in a rainy country, in the lenses, you have to be careful. It's not weather sealed, or it's prone to dust. Or if you go shoot in the desert, that also won't be the lens for you. So please be aware of that. These limitations is not a reason not to get the lens. You just have to walk around that. A lot of street photographers use a Ricoh GR, for example. It's not weather sealed, but they still manage. So you can still manage to use the lens. So to conclude this review, I would say that I would definitely recommend to buy this lens as your first try in telephoto, because some people don't really like the style. Some people prefer to shoot wide and not have so much compression, unless you become specialized into something. So if you are just starting out discovering the world of telephoto, that's definitely a lens that I will recommend. Other than that, there's another lens, the Fuji 55-200, which has less reach, but is apparently better quality and better built. So I will probably try that another time. But for now, I'm very satisfied with this lens. I probably need to invest in a proper portrait lens. But for now, this lens does absolutely what I need it for. So I hope you enjoy this little quick review of this Fuji 50-230 millimeters. And if you want to see more of this video, please subscribe. It goes such a long way. And I will see you. If you want to catch up, actually, I made a video about the same lens showcasing a landscape, how it does in a landscape setting. So that will be linked somewhere up here. But thanks for watching and live inspired. Bye.